Good afternoon, Evolution family. Today is Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. It's a little bit after 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'm Jose Lambert of Archer Travel Service, and I want to welcome you to the Archer Travel Wednesday training that we have here every Wednesday. This training is specifically for all the agents in Evolution, whether you're new, old, or just getting started, or been here a couple of months. This one today is very important. It's how to qualify correctly, qualify the right way. This is one of the steps that was mentioned in Mike Archer's training. He pretty much told you this is where you ask the questions. I'm going to show you what questions you will be asking your potential clients. This is very important. People always ask me, what is the secret to this business? Is if you qualify correctly and succinctly and know how to do it, efficiently, that and follow up, you will be very, very successful. Now, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at the end of the presentation and I will send it to you. Please share this information with all of your teams that you're on, senior leadership. Please share this information because this will help your agents be that much better. I want to say hello and good evening and good afternoon and good day to all the agents in the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, the United States, and in Mexico. Hola, Mexico. So let's get to it. Ryan's with us today. We have some important news that we're going to be talking about. But first, I want to thank Ryan for filling in this week, this quickly. I really appreciate it, man. So, big shout out to you. Okay?
You're very welcome.
All right. We've got some important information that we talked about this morning that I want to bring back up today because this is important. And if you haven't gotten this information, we're going to post it in the Travel Cafe. We've already posted in Travel Cafe, but this is important. Important notice, Mexico travel restrictions on electronic devices starting as of immediately. So please be aware that the government of Mexico has placed restrictions on the number of electronic devices and other equipment when entering the country. And I'm going to show you that in this next slide. Let's go to the next slide. Here it is. This is per person here, okay? One person can have one portable computer, laptop, tablet, or similar computing device, i.e. an iPad. Can be imported per passenger without incurring any import fee. Per passenger without incurring any import fee. However, there are restrictions on multiple devices. Additional devices are considered separate items and may result in an import fee as high as 20% of what the product was. So, other limitations include 3 cell phones, 2 cameras, 1 pair of binoculars, 1 dedicated GPS device, and 4 fishing poles. So, please be aware of this. You guys book a ton of Mexico, and you have a lot of families that go to the all-inclusive resorts in Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, and in Cancun. So please be aware of this. Please be aware of this. We're going to be posting some more stuff through the week about this so you guys are aware of it. And if you have any questions, all you need to do is contact us here at Archer Travel. Let's go to the next slide, please. Go ahead. Did you have a question?
I'm going to unmute myself here. So if you have a laptop and a tablet, that's considered one portable electronic?
Yep.
So
You know what? I would also check with the airlines or also talk to the consulate. You guys have this. I mean, in Los Angeles, there's a consulate. In Texas, there's a consulate. In Florida, there's a consulate. So, figure that out. And we're going to get some more information on this to clear this. But to my understanding, what I was told was that this is effective immediately. So, again, make sure that your clients are aware of this, okay? I mean, I always carry my own computer. I have my Bose speaker because I got to have my tunes, and I have a cell phone. That's all I need. So I'm not in here. I don't have 3 cell phones. So yeah, make sure that you check on that. Let's go to the next slide.
A lot of people traveling with a kid, they'll have the kid will have a tablet and
see, that's where you get it is with the families, and the families have a teen. Or 2, one preteen, a teen, they're going to have a bunch of stuff. So
computer and a tablet.
Yeah, so make sure you check this with that. All right, let's go to the next slide. Here we go. Alaska Airlines, Alaska Airlines. I don't know where my mind is with Alaska. There's that. Here we go.
Because you just flew Alaska.
No, I didn't. It
was a code share.
Yeah, it was a code share, but I was on American. So I'm like, my ticket says Alaska Airlines, and I'm flying out on American. It's crazy, but. Breaking link Tuesday on Travel Pulse. We've been monitoring this all day. Airlines, cruise lines issue travel alerts ahead of potential Hurricane Helene. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis yesterday declared an emergency for 41 of the 67 counties in the state of Florida. According to weather.com, the storm system will bring wind, rain, and storm surge to the southeast before making unexpected landfall in Florida. So, yeah, this is another one that's going to happen. And you know what? Because we monitor this now, and I'm going to show you something here in a minute when we go to it. But let's go to the next slide. This is what they're predicting is going to be the track. As you can see, it is now leaving Cancun. It is going to be tracking here. Supposedly, it should be hitting land around Friday at a.m. in the morning into this area right here, which is Panama City. And, you know, it's going to hit Tampa. Now, the thing about it is when we see the satellite footage on this, it's huge. It's going to Atlanta, Nashville, and into North Carolina for the entire weekend. So it's going to be pretty heavy. Again, if you've got people flying anywhere in this area, okay, please contact your airlines and the airports for any cancellations and delays. If you've got people doing cruises out of New Orleans, Galveston, going into this area, please, let them know if the cruise lines have changed and altered the itineraries. That is important, okay? So now let's go to the next slide. Okay, here's what it looks like for tomorrow as this storm goes. It will be affecting the entire East Coast for the weekend. If you've got people flying in Boston Logan, JFK, LaGuardia, Newark, Philly, Dulles, Virginia, Charlotte, Raleigh, Atlanta, it's all going to be affecting that, you guys. So make sure you check that for cancellations and delays. Now we're going to go to the Zoom.Earth, show you what it's going to look like in real time. Check this out. So, there is the south. That thing almost looks like it's covering the entire ocean there, huh? Huh, Ryan?
Yeah.
The entire Caribbean Ocean. Look at that. That is how it's trajectorying now. Now, here's a couple of things. We got two more systems out here that we're tracking. That one and that one. Sunshine is tracking these. These may be possibilities for next week, okay? As you can see, the storm in Mexico is starting to dissipate right there. And then this, yeah, there we go. See right in there, where my hand is, right there, right there. That is now just a tropical, it's just like rain here. It's not that bad, but it's gonna bring some heavy showers into the Acapulco area. So that's in Mexico. Let's zoom back out. Look how big this thing is. That's incredible. This is Zoom.Earth, you guys. You can get this. Ryan's going to give the link in the comments room. Also get the app because it's pretty cool. As this goes north, it's going to gain more speed. So by Friday morning, this is going to be really affecting this really bad. It's going to be hitting this area. That's Panama City and that whole area right in there in the panhandle of Florida. And then it's going to go up and into Atlanta Airport. Okay, so there you go. Just letting you know about that one. All right, let's go to the next slide. So here we go. Those are some news things that we needed to get out of the way. And now we're going to talk about qualify the right way. Now look, like I said, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at the end of the presentation and I will show you, I will share this information with you. This will make you a better agent. Now, one of the things that you guys, I get this all the time. You guys call me up going, Jose, guess what? I emailed them the form. And I go, no, you're cutting corners. If someone told me that I had to fill out a questionnaire for my travel, I don't have time to do that. I got 3 kids, I got a full-time job, I got the wife, the kids, and I'm supposed to fill out a form that I email back to you? No, that's not going to work, okay? All right, so let's go to the next slide and let's get started on this. All right, sales is a relationship business, right? Mike Archer says this all the time. This is what the Archer Travel Sales Training Course is about. It is a relationship business. It's not sitting down waiting for that Google alert or the Facebook alert that, oh, you have a potential client. You got to get up and start meeting people, network. Get up and get your business going. This is a famous photograph. This is Cliff Archer and Lola Archer. These are the founders of Archer Travel. Lola is still with us. She was on our 70th cruise. And she's created a lot of the logo work that we still hold up here at Archer Travel. So again, this is important. Use this. This is the foundation of your business. Sales is a relationship business. It's really easy. It's not that hard if you sit down and you work with your family members, your friends, potential clients, and that you are an expert, that you know the knowledge and you can help them and protect their travel investment that they want to go on. All right, let's go to the next slide. Okay. This is some of the takeaways from lesson number 1, and I want you to keep this in your mind. What are you selling? Sales is not who you are. Sales is what you do. I'm Jose. I'm Jose, and I talk to you guys about how to do this. Okay, it's not that I know. What is sales? It's nothing more than finding out what people want and showing them why it's better to get it from you than anybody else. Selling yourself first. And this is one of the very first times that you're selling yourself, by sitting down with the client and asking these questions. Referral. Anybody else to invite? Anybody else to invite? You know what? Drew Santiago, the mayor of Funville, always finishes up his we were talking about qualifying, and he said, one question that always, child advisors always forget is they sit down and qualify for the thing, and they never ask this other question. At the end of it going, hey, here's the family of 4, the Smiths. They're going to go on the carnival celebration, and they're planning this trip and da-da-da-da. And just at the end of it going, do you want to invite anybody to go with you? And then all of a sudden, ding, that's a great idea. And Mrs. Smith goes, oh, of course, the Millers across the street. I bet you they would love to come, and their kids get along with our kids, and see how that just grows? Boom, you got now your booking has doubled. See? It's that easy by just asking that simple question, hey, do you know anybody you want to invite? Okay? All right, let's go to the next slide. For those of you who have taken Mike's course, you've seen this, okay? You've seen this a lot, okay? The process, the sales time management, establish the relationship, get to know each other. Hi, your kids go to my school? Yeah, how are your kids? We're back in school. Are they doing okay? Then it's ask the questions. That's where we're at right here. Ask the questions. Then you present your program and say, here it is. Here's your budget. Here's everything that you've asked for. Boom. Make the decision. All right? Now, there's still ways to do this, and we're going to talk about this, because when Mike's going to be talking about presenting your program, I'm going to show you how you present your quote, how you should be doing it. It's not that hard. You just, you got to make it look a little nice, but it's not that hard, and that way you send it out, and it looks professional, and then they can make a decision on it. All right, let's go to the next slide. Oh, wait. Here, let's go to Travel Cafe. I want to go here. I want to show you where these lists are. Okay? So, here we are in Travel Cafe, all right? It's like, where is the travel agent's checklist, Jose? If you go to resources, go down here to resources, right there. Okay, stop. See there, it says there, checklist, qualified clients. Okay, click on that. Okay, checklist. So you go to resources, checklist, and there's 2 of them. There's general, okay, and then there's also cruise. All right, now let's do the general one first. Just click on that. Okay, and then what you can do is you can print these out, all right, and you take this with you as a guide. You take these questions with you as a guide and sit down and talk to the client. 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops. It's done. You know where they want to go. You know when they want to do it. You know whether it's a cruise or this or that. Okay? Travel insurance. What do you want to do? What experiences and excursions do you want to do? Accommodations, the pre-night, the post-night. All of this gets answered here. When do you want to go? Why do you want to go? A lot of travel advisors always forget why. Why are you going? Why are you going to Punta Cana? Why? Why are you taking your family down? We want to go there for spring break. Okay, great. Now you know the reason why. Or why are you taking, the kids to Rome? Because, I got family there, I want to go visit it, or whatever. Find out the reason, because that can help you with, an extra bouquet of flowers, a bottle of wine, if it's an anniversary, chocolates, it's a special event or something. It makes you look better. So you always want to ask why. So there you go. Again, it's resources, and you click on checklist, qualify clients. Okay, now, let's go to the next slide. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, Okay. Is the client ready to book? This is a question that comes to you a lot, okay? And this is where you guys start spinning your wheels. I get a lot of calls going, I'm a new agent. My aunt and uncle, they called me and they want to go to Rome. They want to go to Italy in 6 months. Well, what do they want to do? I don't know. Where do they want to go in Italy? I don't know. So and then they say, I've been staying up all night looking at Venice and Florence. And you see, you're spinning your wheels. Spinning your wheels. Okay? If the client still has not decided to travel, is it all-inclusive or cruise? Which cruise line? Which all-inclusive? Which country? Which island? Don't waste your time or the client's time. Their job, The client's job is to tell you when they want to go and where they want to go and why they want to do it. If they don't have that, they are not ready to book. It's not your job to research that for them. You're busy learning other travel products. You're busy learning how to book FITs, or how to book a group guided tour, or how to book a destination wedding. That's not your job to sit there and do Uncle Charlie and Aunt Mary's homework about, well, maybe they'll like this in Venice. No. Okay? Now, it's the client's job to make the choice. But now you can assist with videos and web links, but just quickly. Don't be, spending up all night looking at stuff. Just go, hey, you know what? You were thinking about going on Royal Caribbean? Well, you want to go on a cruise, right? Okay, you want to do the Caribbean. And you mentioned Royal Caribbean, you mentioned Norwegian Cruise Line and Princess. Great, you know what? Here's some videos from YouTube. Boom, 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 boom. Pick. Before we even start looking into booking. Pick. You want to go to Italy, but you don't know where you want to go. The Amalfi Coast, the Sicily, Rome, Venice, Florence. Well, here's some videos. Boom. Go. Look. And then they'll come back to you and say, okay, now we've decided what we want to do. Okay? So you do that. It's like I said, it's not your job to pick that. Don't fall into the travel agent trap. What do you suggest? That's a trap. I don't suggest, because what I like may not be what you like. So remember that. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Qualified Clients Checklist. We showed you where it is. It's a tool for the travel advisor to use when qualifying the client. It's Wednesday. Pardon me. It is not meant to be emailed to the client. Don't cut corners. I don't know how many agents do this. You call me up, like, proud of it. Hey, guess what? I emailed it to them. That's your opportunity to start building that relationship. No, what I did was, I got on there and I emailed them the list. That's not what you should do. Okay? Don't cut corners. Don't cut corners, because you know what? If they just quickly glimpse at it and then they bring it back to you, you're like, you don't have a full qualified client. Okay? And then we got to start again. We got to start all over again. You've already wasted that time by sending it to them when you could have gotten down there and started talking to them and start building that relationship. Okay? Important. Agent gets to know the client gets to know the agent. Because then they'll refer you more business if you're that good at it. I'm just saying, it builds and builds and builds. Okay, let's go to the next slide. What is qualifying? Qualifying is the process of assessing prospective customers, to determine the appropriate action. When a customer is qualified, it passes over a defined threshold into a different state or level of the sale. We're now getting somewhere. I will be presenting you a quote of where you want to go. It's on the steps. So there you go. All right, let's go to the next slide. Selling travel. Be professional from A to Z. You guys, I tell you, since I've gotten back from Texas, I've had to call you a lot of agents, and I'm still getting tons of voicemail boxes full. Voicemail boxes not set up. I'm like, what is that? What is that? It's your business. You don't need to pay rent. You can work it out of your home, but you got to have a good phone system. You are the EMTs in this business. Get that through your head. You're the firefighters. You're the police. When people call you, they're going to call you at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I still get calls from you guys at that time. So get that. I mean, that is just, Nancy and I and the rest of the staff were like, I don't get it. I don't get it. You guys should set up a principle that by the second phone ring on your cell phone, you answer it. It's potential business. Ask the other agents that are out there. Ask the trainers. They'll tell you to do that. Wardrobe, your phone service, your manner. Be knowledgeable. Now, listen, I know you're new. You may not know everything. I don't know everything about Disney or Universal or, Universal's new park that they're opening up in the spring that we premiered here. I mean, I don't. And it's okay if you don't. But you just say, all you got to say is, you know what, Mr. Client, I don't know, but let me get back to you on that. Great point. Give me 24 hours, I'll get back to you. Research the travel request. Offer 2 choices only. I don't know why. Again, my job is to make you guys not spin your wheels so much and to make you more commission. Because if you spin your wheels a lot, you're wasting time and you're not making commission. Okay? That's why I say 2 choices. You guys, I was up all night. I got 3 or 4 or 5 choices I'm going to give them. They're not going to have time for that. They're not going to have time. And what's funny? I was talking to an agent today who found it. She said, I got everything. It fits the budget and everything. I'm going, so present it. And she goes, oh no, I wanted to find another choice. I'm like, what are you doing? If you have found it already on Delta Vacations, why are you looking at other suppliers? If it's what the client wants, it's in the budget, ding, 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 ding. Okay, now you're wasting time calling another supplier. No, here it is, Mr. Client. It's out, everything that you wanted right there. The hotel room, the location, the bump, 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 bump. Need help? Call Archer Travel. We're here. Call your upline. If your upline's not available, call us. Be prepared to meet the client. Present the travel quote. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother presentation that you can sit down with the client and go through line by line and everything. Sound natural presentation. Listen. Listen to what the client says. That is, if they don't like something or if they can change something, or you know what, we decided not to go out on Monday, we want to go out on Tuesday now. Is that going to, well, yeah, that's going to change some things, but we'll see what we can do. Then review. Let me get this straight, Mr. and Mrs. Client. You want to go on the Carnival celebration, you want to do it spring break, Easter week, you want to do the 7-nighter out of Miami, and you want a balcony, and you want a pre-night, and see? And they go, yes, that's correct. Then book the travel and fill out the commission tracking form. It's like that. It's like that. You know? So basically, that's that, selling travel. All right, let's go to the next slide. Qualifying. Now, how do I do that, Jose? Well, it's the beginning conversation with the client. Travel advisor, agent, ask questions. Sound natural? Why? The reason for the vacation. Why? Why are you going? Okay? Listen, listen, listen. Review, research. You review at the end of each time that you speak to them. Let me get this right. You know, say, let me, you know, as we end this interview, let me make sure I have the bullet points right, Mr. Client or Mrs. Client. You want to do da, and that reassures you that you have the correct information to go do the research to then come back and present the quote. Okay, next slide. Qualify the client. So what do we need to know? Well, dates must be known. Where are they flying from and to, the preferred airports? How many travelers are going, including children's age? Be careful here, solo parents. Be careful if you're a solo parent or divorced parents with children. You may need to, that's a whole nother process. It's doable, but you may need to get a notarized letter from the other parent to take the child out of state or out of the country. What time of day do they want to fly? I always recommend flying out earlier. To fly out earlier, you get there better, you have more time to spare. What is priority? Airfare, time, or schedule? Travel docs, passports, state ID, real ID, real ID. Real ID, that's coming up soon. Driver's license, any special needs, requests, wheelchair, oxygen, service animals, etc. Do you want to invite others? See this? You want to invite the Millers across the street to go on that cruise? Sure. They would love to come with us. The Johnsons, are you kidding? They would love it. All right, let's go. Right? Right there, Ryan? The Johnsons. It's Wednesday, all right? I know, I'm back today. Okay, sorry. All right, here we go. Qualify the client for cruises. Let's talk about cruises. Any cruising experience. Be careful here. Cruise line preference. And let's go back to your cruising experience. Okay, if you've never been on a cruise and a couple comes to you, go, we want to go a 15-nighter to Alaska. And, you know, we want to do the Greek Isles on 15 nights, and they've never done it. Like Mrs. Johnson might get on there and go, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. So you always want to start cruising, the beginning cruisers with a, you know, on a Royal Caribbean or Norwegian or Carnival, 2 or 3 nighters. See if they like it before they go into this whole thing, okay? Cruise line preference. We also need to know the cabin type, interior cabin, ocean view, balcony suite, balcony cabin or suite, cabin breakdown. How many people do we have? 8, 12 people, who's gonna be where? Dining preference, easy, early or late set dining or personal choice of freestyle. I like the personal choice freestyle. Be careful, first-time cruisers. Do you want to invite others? See, here it is again. Do you want to invite others? Okay, all right. Would you invite, other family members or any other else? Family members or friends.
Kids,
Qualify the
friends.
what's that?
Kids, friends.
Kids, friends. Yeah. They'll go. Okay. Qualify. Important. Legal names of travelers and the date of birth as shown on government-issued ID, state driver's license, real ID. This is important. You're going to need this information as you fill out the information in any of the suppliers, vendors, or cruise lines. Make sure before you start doing that you have the passport or the driver's license, because there's nothing worse than Yeah, it's Jack Miller. Oh, my buddy Jack Miller. And you start filling it out as Jack Miller, but his driver's license says Jonathan Miller. So now we got to go back and change, and that can be costly, and that can, valid passport. Again, if you've got clients that are starting to cruise and work with you yearly, that they keep booking stuff, I would highly recommend you get a valid passport and start getting it now. I know you guys book a ton of cruises, and some of the cruise lines, they don't require a passport, they require a birth certificate. But even still, if the family's going out again on a second tour on Carnival, let's say they love Carnival, and we're going to take the kids again, and they're out of Los Angeles or Las Vegas, and we don't need passports, but we can just take our birth certificates, get a passport for them, say, you know what, this year, let's get that out of the way. Because then that's going to free you up to go and travel other places, like into Mexico in the all-inclusive resorts, or into Europe, or into, the Caribbean, and do the all-inclusive resorts in, the Bahamas and Jamaica and the Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. And you guys book that a lot. That's very popular. All right, let's go to the next slide. This is a great story. I love this story. And this is, where is it? I have it here somewhere. Oh, I didn't have it. But anyway, traveler learns a hard way to use full name when booking a cruise. They used the wrong name. It was Kathy, but what happened was her name was Kathleen on the passport, so it cost them like $2,000 to get it changed. So again, really make sure that you have that passport, the driver's license, and everything else before you get in there and start filling out all the information. Because then you're going to have to change it, and that might cost you. All right, because you guys know that they do that if you don't have it right. Let's go to the next slide. Qualified clients checklist. I'm going to show this again for those of you who have arrived late. We're going to go in, but where do I find the list? You go to the Evolution back office, you click on Travel Cafe, you go to Resources, you'll see a side menu, click on Checklist, Qualified Clients, right click to print, do not mail. Let's go to the Travel Cafe. Let's show you again where this is. We're in Travel Cafe. You go to the Resources tab right there. Ryan will show you. There it is, the third one up from the bottom. It says there, as you see, Checklist, Qualified Clients. Click on that. And you check on the two boxes here. That's General Client Qualification Checklist, and you have this one for cruises. So just click into there, and then right click, and you can be able to print it, or you can download it and take this with you as a guide. You sit down with a clipboard and a pen and a pencil and go, okay, Mr. Johnson, where and why? What are you doing? What do you want to do? Who will be traveling with you? How many? When? What are the dates? Start, budget. How do you see the budget going? All right, and here's one. That they go, well, I don't know. I don't have a budget. Okay, well, great. All right, well, let me ask you something then, okay? If you don't have a budget, tell me, and this is a great hint, write this one down. You're going to Europe, okay, and you have 7 nights in Europe. Let's say you got 7 nights in London, okay? I want to do 7 nights in London, okay, great. Do you have a budget? No, I don't have a budget. Okay, well, great. Well, then tell me, sir, you want to stay in city center, correct? Yeah, I want to stay around where Trafalgar is and all that, and downtown and Piccadilly Circus, where all the action is. Okay, great. Then what you say is this, well, okay, let me ask you, what star quality hotel do you want? Do you want 5-star, 4-star, 3-star? That helps you with the budget. And that helps when you come back with your presentation, you go, well, here's the hotel, here's the budget that you wanted. You wanted 3-star in the city center with a full breakfast in the morning. I have it for you. And here's the air. Let's proceed. But always ask that. Always say, tell me, what hotel do you want? Well, I don't know how much I'm going to have. Well, okay, well, then fine. Let's, do this. Now, you guys, we really give you a lot of information in regards to seasons. And you know that the summer season is just packed. In the United States, Disney, the cruise lines are just packed. The Caribbean, everything. In Europe, it's packed. Now, you know that the shoulder season, what we're in now, is a pretty good time to go. Because there's, it's pretty much empty in Europe now, and you pretty much have to go, and they want more business there. So, think about that, but use that for your information. So, if you got a family of 4 that are going, to Disney, and, we couldn't make it in the summer, going in February, during the middle of the week in February is great because there's no kids there. They're all in school, but your kids get to knock it out for a week in Disney. See what I mean? All right, so that's pretty much it for this. Again, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at right there. joseL@archertravel.com, and there's the information that you need, and we're all there, and there's the phone number for anything. Yes, sir, you have a question? Yes, the third person in the back there.
There's a question in the chat. They say, David Walter from Facebook, what about the
David,
passport?
hey, David, thank you for your support. I know that you come here a lot and stuff, so, and I've spoken to David before, so go ahead. Yes, your question, sir.
He says, what about the passport card instead for the cruise?
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Do not use that. Passport card is for residents that live in border cities. Like I was just in El Paso. El Paso, you walk across the street, you're in Juarez, Mexico. If I work in El Paso, all right, let's say that I live in El Paso, but I work in Juarez, and I have to go to Juarez every now and then, that's what the passport card is for. It's not for international travel. It will not be accepted as international travel. I will say it again. It will not be accepted as international travel. You need a book. You need a book that they can stamp. So don't think that. I'll show you an example. Buffalo, New York, and Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls goes in, I think it's Toronto. Again, it's a border town. People that live in Canada come into the United States to work in Niagara Falls. They go back, they show the passport card. That way they know. But do not. Passport cards are never used for travel for families as they go to Europe, or if they're going to an all-inclusive resort in the Caribbean or in Mexico. A passport book is required. Okay? All right. Trying to stump me, huh? Stump the chump. All right. Next one? Got another one? No? That's it? Okay. Like I said, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me right there. Join us tomorrow. Susie won't be here, but I'm going to be showing you the celebrity cruise destinations. And that's always really kind of cool. And we got a great video to show about the Galapagos Islands. So I'm Jose Lambert of Archer Travel Service. Have a wonderful night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.